Hearing no one, we're about to commence the Boat Anchors Unlimited net for Wednesday. The date is June the 14th, 2017. We gather here on Wednesday nights about this time to discuss and have a little rag chew and a little technical discussion about the old the boat anchor rigs. Basically, at least 3 tubes. I mean, we're not going to turn anybody away. If you got any kind of interest in boat anchor old tube-related gear, you are definitely welcome here. This is a directed net, so please channel all of your comments and questions and concerns through one of the net controls. We have 3, Lynn and Jim and myself. Just holler at us, and we'll keep our net discipline to take a word from our trader buddy over there. All right, name's Guy, call signs Whiskey 5, Charlie Mike Kilo, located just outside of Kilgore, Texas, south of the I-20 corridor. And tonight I'm running my TR Fort Charlie, the youngest Drake in my corral, and I'm using the Henry 2KD5 up to a double bazooka, and give or take 45 foot, depending on which convenience store you're leaving at the time. I am using a D104 amplified microphone with a question mark element in it, and that's all I know about that. Been around for a while, and I guess hope it sounds all right anyway. All right, we got a few on the list here. We'll grab a few of these folks, and then I'll throw it down to Lynn, and he can get some, and then he can throw it to Jim, and eventually we're going to take some check-ins, and we're going to have what George over there in Austin refers to as the finest hour of amateur radio all week long. All right, Jay, I heard you first, or maybe it was your bird I heard first. KM5QS, what's up?
Well, there's not much telling. It could have been either way. That's KM5QSJ down here in Alice, Texas, and I'm operating a Kenwood TS830 Gold, all filtered up and all kinds of good stuff. Complete radio looks great, and I like it a whole lot. I'm chopping a little because I'm working Vox because I need to get a switch wired for this one because I'm using Electro Voice 664 instead of the MC50. Switch back, it probably wouldn't make a whole heck of a lot of difference. But at any rate, that's what's going on. Nothing major. I'm going through a little alpha over here, so it's about legal limit. But anyway, nothing special. Dang it, I had something I was going to say, and I forgot what it was. Oh well, at any rate, it ain't got much to do with boat anchors. Probably going to take a little swing up toward Houston here in a day or two. Look up some stuff, but I don't know yet exactly when. So that's about it. KM5QS, back to you, Guy.
All right, good deal, Jay. Yeah, Kenwood sounding good. I couldn't hear what everybody else was hearing on the Collins, so I guess maybe my ears are not quite as trained as everybody else's is, but it was sounding okay too. So, all right, good deal. Well, when you go to Houston, just be sure you carry your passenger along in your back pocket there, because you will need it. Well, hopefully not. All right, hey, George, over in Houston, or well, not really in Houston, but in Kima, KF5CDG, what's going on down in your neck of the woods?
Well, the only thing I know is it's hot. It's doggone hot out there. I locked myself out of my truck, had to dig the spare key out, and shoot, I got all sweaty just trying to do that. So it's pretty humid down here and hot too, but that's about the extent of it there, KF5CDG.
Okay, good deal, George. Yeah, it's that time of year. It's supposed to be hot in Texas in the summertime, and actually summertime really doesn't start till next Wednesday night at about midnight, I think, something like that, officially anyway.
I feel a whole lot cooler with you telling me that.
Well, you should, because it's still springtime. All right, hey Todd, KA5LYL, what's up?
Well, hello everybody. KA5LYL, Todd in Corpus Christi. And I'm on my boat anchor tonight, my TS830S. And barefoot, probably about 100 watts. And my Electro Voice 638. This is a 638 Electro Voice with the, it's in the what is it? This 423A stand. And let's see, and dipole antenna, all center fed dipole. I got a couple of boat anchor wants. I'm still looking for the AT230, the AT230. That's the matching 300 watt tuner for this radio, and I'm looking for an SP230 as well. That's the speaker with the filters that matches it. What do you do when you got an item for? Well, I got some cash and I got a almost new quad band radio. I guess throwing in for a trade. I don't know if I could throw the quad band. It's not a CB. It's a Yaesu FT8900R. It's almost new. I guess I'll throw that for trading material, and I got cash too. If you got one or both, we can talk turkey. 361. Wait, let me do that slower. 361-816-7748. 361-816-7748. And that's all I got here. Hopefully this thing's sounding all right. Back to net. KA5LYL, Corpus.
Yeah, it sounded just like you do on the other rig there, Todd, so it's doing good. All right, Todd's got a couple of wants boat anchor related tonight. He's looking for an AT230. It's a tuner, 300 watt tuner for the Kenwood rig there, and he's also looking for an SP230 speaker. And he said he had some cash, and he had a Yaesu FT8900R dual band UHF VHF rig that he would trade. So if anybody has got a tuner and or speaker that is excess to your needs, Todd is good on QRZ, but he would rather be contacted by telephone, and his phone number is 361-816-7748. Did I get it right, Todd?
You got it, buddy. I appreciate it. Glad the thing's sounding so good. Back to net.
All right, good deal. I'm going to grab one more here and ask for the trivia question, and I'm going to throw it down to Lynn and let him grab one. Hey, Matt, KQ5DR, come on in with that trivia question, and let's see who wins the prize tonight.
All right. Good evening, everybody. This is KK5DR with tonight's vintage trivia question. And I'll give you a hint. In keeping with the theme of the net here, the boat anchors and vintage gear, all my following trivia questions in the coming weeks and months will be vacuum tube related. So that's the one and only hint I'm going to give everybody, vacuum tube related. So all the questions will be vacuum tube related. So think on those lines, and that'll help you find the answers. All right. Tonight's question is, what individual invented the indirectly heated cathode vacuum tube? And for extra credit, what year did that person do that? Okay, there you go. That's the question. You have to get it exactly right. There's no close enough. It's got to be right on the money. KK5DR.
Okay, I'm not going to try to repeat all that because I couldn't write it down fast enough, but I'm sure everybody heard Matt's question there, and that's a good one. And y'all just ponder over it a little bit, and we'll come back to Matt a little later on in the net and let anybody that has a chance to answer that question, and hopefully without Googling it and getting it the easy way, maybe somebody can come up with it. So anyway, good deal. That's a good one, Matt.
No Googling, but if you do have an old textbook on vacuum tubes, we'll let you have that one.
All righty, there's the rules, guys. Make it kind of interesting. Hey, Lynn, you want to give it a little whirl? We kind of threw a kink in the cog here and let everybody make their put their thinking cap on there. But it's time for you to have a hand at it there. K5LYN, W5CMK.
Okay, that'll work for me. K5LYN. Let me. Since Matt's still handy there. Hey, Matt, how's my frequency here on this Swan? I've only been warming it up 5 hours, and that's not long enough. How close am I?
Darn good, Boyd. You're really close. So, I'd call her good, especially on the Swan.
Yeah. Okay, I better not rock the boat. So, okay, good evening, folks. K5LYN here. And that's a hard question. Without some research, we may have trouble coming up with the answer, Matt, but it's a good question also. Thanks for your input there. Okay, yeah, this is a Swan 500, very cautiously and carefully driving a Collins 30L1. And I've warmed it up as long as 6 or 7 hours, and that never is quite long enough either. So if I creep up the band and somebody wants to correct me, don't worry about defending me. That's not going to be done. Okay, let's see. Have we talked to Dennis, W5LSB? Dennis, have we talked to you yet, K5LYN?
Oh, yeah, I'm in here. Of course, y'all all know what I run. The only thing I'm calling the boat anchor is that fire. We probably couldn't even tote it out of the house, so that's what I'm going to check in. I'll tell you what, it's good to hear all the fellers out there tonight. Everybody has got their junk sounding good. I like it, so I'm kicking back, enjoying it. I don't have nothing else to do tonight, and I'll say God bless everybody, and I'm going to sit here and listen. Thank you very much. W5LSB.
Spectacular signal. And while we're thinking in terms of Dennis, how about Mr. DPK in the National? Dennis, you over there? K5LYN.
Yes, sir, I am. K5LYN and the NAP. This is Whiskey 5 Delta Papa Kilo on the old NCX3. And this evening we're driving the Alpha 76A. Maybe a KW, something like that. Pretty close to it anyway. And let's see, we're using the dipole tonight on 75 meters. I had a fun day on 6 meters. We were on 6 for 3 or 4 hours today. Worked 9 or 10 stations, and band conditions might be pretty good right now. I don't know what it looks like right this minute, but it certainly has been doing all right the last few days. So that's what we've been up to. And back to you, Lynn. This is W5DPK.
The NCX3 is doing a great job. I pulled out my NCX3 manual a while ago, but I didn't have time to read everything I wanted to read. But I do have some thoughts about adding a little bit more fidelity to the audio. It sounds great, but the lower end is missing. But I have a thought about that. I'll send you an email when I can get around to it. I've had one of those, and that's a very pleasant radio, really. I had a lot of fun with mine. Any other comments, Dennis?
Well, looking forward to the email. That would be something to play with. Thanks much.
Yeah, it's got beautiful, clear, crisp audio, but I believe we can probably add a little fidelity to it without much trouble there. Okay, we haven't talked to Gary, have we? BFA, Gary, well, over to you.
Okay, then. Sorry, I was kind of daydreaming there. Good evening to everybody on the net. It's good to hear everybody. Your radio's sounding good. And I hope everybody's copying me. I'm running the old Swan 350 tonight, going through a Heathkit SB 220 up to the inverted V. And I'm using a hand mic instead of the usual D10 mic I normally use on this radio. So I hope everybody's hope the audio's okay. And I do have a couple of wants tonight if anybody has them. I picked up some radios up at Amcom, but I need some manuals. I need a Swan 500C manual and a Drake QR4C manual. If anybody has any of those extra to their needs, but get rid of them, give me a phone call. I'll give you my number here in a minute. Sure would like to get some manuals on them. Here's my phone number. It's 832-236-9410. 832-236-9410. You can call me anytime. That's my cell phone that's in my pocket here. So if you have something you don't need and we'll get rid of them, I sure would like to talk to you about them because I've priced some of them around and they're pretty expensive when you can find them. But went up to Hamcom. I actually went to my little granddaughter's birthday party. Just happened to fall on the same day as Hamcom, so I went by there. I picked up a TR4 and a 500C up there, and I need manuals on them so I can get them going. But besides that, everything at the Hamcom was pretty good, and I did not see a VFO like the swamp. In fact, the trading area out there was pretty sparse, I thought. But that's just me. But we enjoyed it anyway, and back to that. And let's see here. Go ahead and pick it up. And they control W5BFA.
All right, Gary. Hey, I can make copies of those manuals, but I don't have time right now at all. My rent house out in Bastrop County is between renters, and I'm totally involved out there. If you don't have something within 2 or 3 weeks, I can fix you up with some copies, but you may not want to wait that long. Over.
Right. Go ahead, Fraser. Yeah, try looking up on the computer W0NTA. He has a lot of manuals that you can download for free. Okay, I got W0NCA. No, in November Tango Alpha. November Tango Alpha. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lynn. And yeah, we'll keep you in mind, Lynn. Okay.
Okay. All right. Let me talk to one more person here. Let me talk to a neighbor here in the neighborhood, then we'll give it over to Jim. Mr. TXW, what do you say, George? K5LYN.
Howdy, Lynn. And all around the net from WB5TXW. I'll keep it quick because I'm on a rice box. But running the 30L1, pardon me, which does have 4 tubes in it. So there you go. On the loop, the whole bit. For you, Lynn, real quick, you're going to be here this weekend. That's number 1. Number 2, I got a chance to look through the June QST, and I did find no information about Bill, so maybe you'd want to mention that. Other than that, I'm going to... Oh, DeForest. Maybe that's the answer for Matt there. That just kind of drifts up from the foggy canyons of my mind. But I think that guy had something to do with inventing some tubes. In any event, I'm going to sit back here and listen to the finest hour of ham radio during the week. WB5TXW back to net.
George, thank you for 3 reminders. We're going to cover all those. First of all, Matt, what about DeForest?
I'll have to redo the question. Listen carefully. What person invented the indirectly heated cathode vacuum tube? And extra credit, what year did he do it in?
I heard it the first time, thank you.
Hard question. Okay, let's forge ahead. Now, to the other things that George reminded me of. Yes, I'm around Saturday for breakfast. I'm not around next weekend for this net. The mayor of Austin is coming to our neighborhood and explain why he wants to tear down all of our houses, including where George and I and Jim and Kyle and my neighbor Mark all live, to build high-rise apartments. And that's during this net time, so I can't be here next week. The other thing, our friend Lake Travis Bill, KA5KZM, passed away. It's been about a week and a half. I think I didn't confirm it till late last week, but Bill is gone. He was a great guy, and we'll really miss him for sure. All right, let me see. Jim, I think I said I was going to turn it to you, so KB5ZIV in the group, K5LYN.
All right, Lynn. Sorry to hear about Bill.
Yeah, he was a great guy.
All right, folks, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Let me turn this other one down a little bit more. Tonight I'm on the trusty FT-102, the big B&W PT 2500A goes into the big tuner out there to the ladder line fed antenna. Hopefully everybody's hearing me well. Alright, Mr. Rusty, WK5R.
Hey, good evening there, Jim, and everybody on the Boat Anchors Net. This is WK5R. We're operating Jim's Swan Signet 300B again tonight. So you just want to hook up because I got things tore apart there on my interface I was using with the Drake as a receiver for the helicopters there, trying to figure out what the heck's wrong with the Drake. I did find a couple of weak tubes there, the mixer tubes. One of them was weak and one of them wouldn't do nothing on the tube tester. Absolutely nothing. Even after I let it sit there for a while and heat up, it did nothing. Didn't light up and nothing, didn't move the meter, didn't do anything. But I'll figure it out. And we're driving the GS35B around legal limits into the fan dipole up there through the homebrew tuner. And we've got the Audio Technica mic back on. We're going to leave it on until I get a chance to modify my Phantom power supply over there. And that's all I've got here, Jim. So back to you. KB5ZIV and the Boat Anchors, WK5R.
All right, Rusty. I tell you what, it sounds pretty good that way.
Roger. Yeah, I recorded myself a while ago on the Flex. Well, I've got it set up the way I'm talking through it now, and it worked pretty good there too.
Oh yeah, not bad for a little bitty one.
No, it's not. But it's I wish I could get the receive a little bit better in it, but I hadn't had much luck. But it's a long way from where it was when you handed it to me down there at Belton.
Oh yeah, it's I know it's better off.
That's right. Well, that's all I got. Go ahead and pick up some more, and I'll sit back here and listen. WK5R.
All right, Rusty. Hey, Mr. Bill, WY5P.
Hello, Jim and Ned. Thank you very much. This is WY5T, Bill, in San Antonio, talking tonight on a Kenwood 820S. Got a converted V up about 35 feet. And running it through a Palstar tuner, and or actually through the amp and then tuner out on the Palstar. Nice hot day. Everybody shared it with us, I'm sure. This is more of it to come. But everybody's sounding great. And I've always just got to look around the corner and see if Jim is in my backyard. He is always loud. And everybody else is very good signals tonight. Well, other than that, not much said, but enjoying it, and it's always great to talk to all the brothers out there. So, good evening, and back to you, Jim. WY5.
All right, Bill, got a good signal here. Plenty loud. I don't have any trouble with that.
Thank you, sir.
All right, hey, Mr. Mike, KL7CD, what's going on over your way?
Well, thank you, Jim. It's done got hot here in the south. We're flirting with triple digits here over the next few days, and so it's kind of bit warm. Running the old Helicrafter station here tonight, the Twins, and driving an SB220, like always, to an inverted V up about 25 feet, and a Shure 444 microphone. I've been fighting squirrels. My wife's got a garden. She got homegrown tomatoes, and the squirrels are eating our tomatoes. So I put a trap out there. I've been trapping and relocating squirrels. So in the last 3 days, I've caught 4 squirrels and relocated them. And, you know, we didn't catch one today. Today's the first day we hadn't caught a squirrel. So maybe I've thinned them down enough that we can get a tomato or two to eat. They eat them green. I mean, they'll eat the red ones too, but they eat them green ones. Nice tomatoes that hadn't ripened yet. I know they're looking for moisture, but heck, I got a bird bath out there I keep full, so they got water. birds come, squirrels come, but I guess it's easier to get down there and ruin a nice tomato just to get a little bit of moisture. Anyway, that's what's going on here. KB5ZIV and the group, everybody's sounding good here on the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Kilo Lima 7 Charlie Delta Mike in the hill country.
Hi, Mike. Well, I have a suppressed pellet rifle now.
You have what?
A pellet rifle that's suppressed. It doesn't make any noise.
Yeah, I got a wife though. She doesn't like me killing the squirrels, so I got to relocate. It wouldn't matter if it was a rat or a scorpion. I got to relocate them. I can't kill nothing.
To eat my food, and they're not on my dinner table. They got to go.
Yeah, hey, I hear you. I mean, if it was a little later in the year and cooler weather, I wouldn't mind a little bit of fried squirrel with some mashed potatoes and gravy and biscuits.
Squirrel stew ain't bad.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, some of them little red ones are mighty tough.
You got to cook them in a pressure cooker when they're like that.
You ain't lying there.
Cover them with chupacabra rub.
That'll season them. That'll soften them up for you. Even men with old teeth like me can eat a squirrel out of a pressure cooker.
I don't mind. All right. That gets me to the end of the list. Have we missed anybody that was here early? If so, come now.
Quebec Sierra.
Yeah, Jay.
Oh, I was just going to answer, I think I'm going to answer Matt's question. I don't know the year. I'd have to look it up. I'd have to cheat to find the year, but pretty sure the old boy's name was John Fleming.
Negative. Fleming invented a vacuum tube. That wasn't the question.
A cathode tube. I've been sitting here. I jerked an old book out. I don't even know how old it is. If I got it. Anyway, I've been reading about it. J.J. Thompson, and I cannot tell you year.
Negative.
Oh, I'll be dadgum.
I guess that's DeForest, 1889.
Vacuum tube, but not the question. I'll repeat it. Who invented the indirectly heated cathode vacuum tube? There's a difference. Everything before that was directly heated cathodes, like thoriated tungsten. All right, there you go.
Yeah, filament separate from the cathode.
Correctamundo. A fellow invented it, and extra credit for the year.
And cut down on hum.
All right. Well, Lynn, I don't got any more, or Guy, I don't have anybody else on the list. Do you want to start taking some check-ins?
Why, certainly, I can do that.
All right, it's W5CMK from KB5ZIV.
All right. KB5ZIV, this is W5CMK and the Boat Anchors, just so we don't get into those little postcards in the mail, and it's just about 8 p.m. Daylight savings time for a little while longer. All right, y'all are listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. If you'd like to come with your, if you'd like to check in, come with your call sign suffix, and we will try to get you in here.
WA5EIJ.
All right, I got you, Joseph. There was another one in there.
K0 Sierra Echo Delta. Whiskey Oscar Zulu.
All right, I got Steve, and I got you there, Dan. All right, Mr. Joseph, Mr. Fuse Blower himself, can you answer Matt's question, or did you hear it?
I didn't hear it, but I'm exhausted. I got a wet T-shirt on. I just walked in the door. Matt, I'm going to tip my head to you and just say next time, buddy. I just walked the door. I'm exhausted. You guys have a good net, and I'm a listening. Hello to everybody. WA5EIJ, back to the net.
All right, good deal, Joseph. We'll go run through the rain closet and come back. Hey, Steve, what's going on?
Hello, Guy, and everybody out in Radio Land. Oh, not much. Just another wonderful day of retirement. Piddling around doing little or nothing. Anyway, tonight on the Kenmore 520 and the Collins 30L1, dipole up 40-odd feet, and all is well in Tyler, Texas. Back to you, Guy. K0SCD.
All right, good deal, Steve. Yeah, and y'all are going to laugh all you want to. Just go ahead and laugh and point. I did not write down that last call sign, but I know who it is, so go ahead. Talking to you, Dan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. Oh, Guy. This is Dan, KWOZ in Houston. Let's see. Talking on a radio I fixed. It's old, but it's not really a boat anchor, I guess. A Yaesu FT840. I still got a little issue with a key relay, so I'm using a foot switch here, but it works. And I'm driving a homemade homebrew amplifier with a pair of GI 46 Russian tubes, running about 1,200 watts. And I don't have an answer to Matt's question, but I got an answer to Lynn's question there on the mayor. The answer to why they're tearing down the houses or why they want to is called diversity. I don't know if you ever heard that term, but that's the answer to all of the problems, such as we have here in Houston. They're selling streets, they're selling blocks, and the reason is diversity. The real reason is greed, G-R-E-E-D, but they're saying it's for diversity. So there's the answer to Lynn's question. Back to net, KWOZ.
All right, Dan, it wasn't because I forgot your call sign, it's because I forgot who called next, but I figured it out about halfway through my last transmission there, over.
Roger, well, I wasn't paying that close attention, I guess.
Well, I guess that makes two of us, right?
Roger.
All right, this is W5CMK. I can remember my own most of the time. And y'all are listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited. We still are waiting on somebody to come up with an answer to Matt's trivia question about the indirectly heated cathode tube. I think that's basically what we're talking about. Might not have got it exactly right, but all right, if you'd like to check in with the Boat Anchors Unlimited, they'd come now with your call sign suffix.
Kilo India 5, Oscar.
KI500, go ahead.
Yeah, Roger, this is Mike. I'm located over here in southwest Travis County, about halfway between Oak Hill and Dripping Springs. I'm running my Yaesu FT902 Delta mic into a Yaesu FL2100 Zulu, putting out a little over 500 watts tonight, into a 80-meter loop with ladder line going out of the shack out to the antenna, to the wire. But I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Irving Langmuir invented the indirectly heated vacuum tube.
Negative. My sources say otherwise.
All right. Well, like I said, I was going out on the limbs. KI500, back to net.
All right. Well, good try there, Mike. I was going to say Edison in 1880, but I don't think that was an indirectly heated tube at all.
You get his from Armstrong.
Yeah, well, there's always a little bumping room on that. All right, anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited, come now with your call sign suffix, please.
Contact.
Go ahead.
The guy that invented that, his name was Kenneth Germanshausen. And I don't know what the year was, but that's the guy. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was, I don't know.
Well, what I'm going by is who's got the patent? Who patented it first?
Oh, I thought you just wanted the inventors.
Well, at that time, there were several people that were, working towards the same thing. But this guy got in there, got his done, and got his patented before anybody else.
Well, that's the guy. Newtown Center, Massachusetts.
And the answer is?
Well, since we have two reliable sources, I would take it. The source I got says a person by the name of H.J. Round, and the year was 1913. That's according to the patent office.
I'm going to keep digging. Maybe they both have got patents of some kind, I don't know.
Well, any variation of design would give you a new patent, but apparently this guy got in there. He was the first one in with his.
Once they started playing with those things, they started playing with different materials. A nickel coating was one, and some oxide coatings and stuff to make the cathodes last longer, so you could have multiple patents.
Yeah, there were guys experimenting in their homes building vacuum tubes. Everybody was trying to make a better and better and better vacuum tube. It was the Wild West days of radio.
Comment.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking of either Lee DeForest or Robert von Lieben.
Well, you're going back a little even farther. See, those were all vacuum tubes, yes, but they were directly heated cathodes. The filament was the cathode, and what I was looking for was the one that invented the indirectly heated cathode vacuum tube.
Oh, well, that was in 1906.
Yeah, it was earlier. But, later on, the reason they came up with the indirectly heated tube was to eliminate that hum. There was a 60 hertz hum that was on everything, receive and transmit.
Well, there you go. And guess what, guys? The prize doubles for next week.
Yeah, you get, well, I don't know what they get.
2 times nothing is twice of nothing. Over.
Well, they got twice nothing. There you go. Excellent. KK5DR.
Thanks for coming up with that one there. Matt, we're looking forward to another toast supper for you to come up with next weekend, which I probably will not be, I may be on the air, but I won't be on a boat anchor for sure because I won't be around here. I'll be down in Mississippi. All right, my name's Guy. My call sign is Whiskey 5 Charlie Mike Kilo. Having a little fun with this stuff tonight. Anybody want to check in with the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now with your call sign suffix, please. Boy, I need some help with that one.
It's Steve up there in Wichita.
Okay, Steve, come on in. I just might not be able to get you, but Jim, if you can hear him, go ahead and pick him up.
Got some storms this time here, so I'm just on my regular radio, just check in the numbers. So, get someone can hear me, that's the main thing. KB0 yours.
Oh, I got you that time, Steve. Heard you completely. Yeah, got storms coming, and you're on your solid state and fixing to get out of there. So, unplug them before something goes boom. All righty. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now with your call sign suffix, please. Well, Lynn, you want to see if you can start the pot from down in Austin? K5LYN, W5CMK, and a Boat Anchor.
Well, we'll give it a try, Guy. I thought the band was opening up a little bit, but when I couldn't hear Steve, I decided it really wasn't. So we're not where we used to be in the winter, but then we don't expect it to be that way. Hey, Guy, if you're out next Wednesday, also some of the rest of you guys step up to the plate, because at least 2 of us can't be here. All right, this is K5LYN on the Swan 500. Who else have we got for the net tonight? I'm listening. Okay, Illinois, Arkansas, Minnesota. How about out west? What about Arizona? Where are you guys tonight? K5LYN listening. Well, there's somebody trying to tune up a swan. Who else have we got for the net? K5LYN here.
OJB.
OJB, talk, Denver.
All right, dog, I was listening to y'all beg for check-in, so I'll get you. This is Denver N5OJB on a Tempo 1 and no amplifier, going straight into a band dipole out there and just talking on a junk radio. So back to you, Lynn.
Well, I don't think it sounds like a junk radio, Denver. I think it sounds great.
Well, one of these days, maybe we'll figure out where that carrier's at and get it out of it. It'll be good.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. Not all the carriers out of mine either. If I tune this Swan up with no amplifier, I can't see any carrier on the meter. But when I put the amplifier into it, I can see about 3 watts there, and I know that can be heard. So, if you're on frequency, we won't worry about it. You're sounding good.
Well, thank you.
Okay, who else for the net? K5LYN, listening? Man, I can even tune up a swan quicker than that. Who else is out there wants to talk to us tonight? I'm listening.
K5LYN, WA50PZ.
OPZ, pick it up. OPZ, you got it.
Oh, okay. Hello, Lynn. Hello, everybody in the net. This is old Bill up here just south of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metro mess, since they're doing all the construction work. Tonight we're cheating a little bit. We're on a 718, but we're driving a Swan a Ameritron 811H and into the Swan STQ antenna shooter and a WM2000 watt-meter water monitoring our output. And I got a G5 RV up about 20 feet, so everybody's sounding real good.
Well, you're sounding here good in Austin. I didn't know you were on a G5 RV. It's working fine, and a lot of us are on antennas 20 feet off the ground. But do you use that antenna on some other bands?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've used it all the way up through 10.
Yeah, I used to talk to a guy in South America on one on 20 meters, and he was as strong as the guys on the beams. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, this old ST2 antenna tuner, it's built like a tank, but it'll tune a crowbar, I guess.
Okay, all right. Any new projects on the works on your end?
Not right now. We're trying to decide what we're going to do field day. Our son will be in from Germany during that period of time, so I'll probably visit with him more than try to do field day. Anyway, 7-3 to everybody, and the net, everything going great.
Okay, Bill, glad you came by. Who do we have for the net tonight? K5LYN, listening?
Mike Sierra.
Okay, I got AAO and Sierra, and maybe somebody else. Hey, Daryl, where in the world have you been? Over to you.
Whiskey Alpha 5 Alpha Foxtrot. There's a lot of trouble here. We've been, as you know, taking care of my mother. She's only 98. The figure is 9 or 8. That means hospital emergency room. That means the doctor. That means full tie-up of time and no soldering in the boat anchors. So we're on a 20-foot antenna tonight. KWM2 pulsated as usual. Wyndham 20-foot antenna folded into the city of Watts. So same old story. Once again, any further detail on somebody else get in there, just wanted to check in, let you know it's still fairly alive and checking K5LYN W85.
Okay, Daryl. Hey, well, it's working fine. The KWM2 sounds fine. You got a perfectly nice signal here into Austin. And when you can get away, I still make the lunch over in Bastrop once in a while. I was there today. So stay in touch. We haven't heard you in too long of a time.
Yeah, I understand that. And it's no fun there, no fun. We're playing EMS, so
All right. Stay in touch. At least find time to come by here and say hello to us on Wednesday evenings. Okay, let me move on. Who was called ending in Sierra? Did I get that right? Over to you, sir.
Whiskey Bravo 5, Mike Sierra, saying hello again, Lynn, after seeing you there at the restaurant. And man, signals are good tonight. You're peaking at 60 over, and I think that's the loudest I ever heard Daryl ever since I got licensed. He was doing about 40 over here also.
Well, you're not doing bad at all either. One of the stronger signals I've heard tonight. So things must be lined up between us. And it was good to see you. You know, you and your wife could have joined us at lunch, no problem. A lot of the guys bring their wives to that deal.
Oh, I know. We just we kind of hid over in that corner, and I was hot and sweaty and covered with dirt because I just come from work, and I just kind of like to get off by myself when I'm in that condition.
I understand. I had spent the morning loading the 10-foot step ladder up on the top of my sport utility vehicle, and it was so bad I came in and take a bath before I came to lunch. I know the feeling.
Well, I work right around the corner there in that new subdivision behind that center there, so I had just mowed the right-of-ways of 15 lots over there, so you can imagine how I was feeling. Anyway, still working on that Hammerland project, and I think that's going to take a while, so I'm still on solid state here, but I wanted to jump in and say hello.
Well, send me an email. Tell me what you're doing on that deal. I might be able to save you some time and effort.
All righty, will do. Well, I'll let you get on down the line. WB5MS.
Perfect. Who else for the net? K5LYN.
WJ5, also MS.
Okay, Mr. Jim, over to you.
Good evening, Lynn and all the net. We're here with our trusty DR4 with 20 of those indirectly heated cathodes. Actually, just because they twisted up the filament and stuck it inside a tube and hooked the cathode to it. But anyway, it seems to work. And we put all that out there on an 80-meter dipole and worry about the tuner whenever we want to talk 40. That's about all I got going down here, Lynn. Back to net. WJ5MS.
All right, Jim. You know, I could tell the season of the year by your signal strength, more than anybody else. You have a great signal here in the winter, and in the summer, just above the noise level. It's really seasonal between you and I. Anyway, the station's sounding good. I heard you perfectly well, but not strong. Anything else for the net tonight?
Well, we'll see what we can do about that next week.
All right. Okay, I've probably talked enough. Mr. Jim, you want the last shift here? KB5ZIV and the boat anchors, K5LYN.
Sure, I can do that. All right, folks, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. If you would like to check in with us this evening, if you'll come with your call signs slowly, spread them out a little bit for me, guys. I'll try and get you in here.
Bravo, India, Zebra.
All right, I got two there. I got a November, and the static was getting you there a little bit. I think it was Charlie, November. Try it again there.
Yeah, Kilo Charlie, Kilo Sierra, November, up here around Carl Junction, just north of Joplin, Missouri there, over.
Roger. SNN, come on in here and tell us what you're doing.
But anyway, just want to get into the count there. We're on a Swan 360 there. So, anyway, a lot of static and a lot of traffic out there. So, I hope I'm just over some of them there, over.
Roger. Yeah, I got the Swan. There's evidently those thunder bumpers that are over there in Big Bend are getting a little noisier.
Roger. Who's the other station coming and said, hey to me? There's Perry up there, KB Bill. You always up. Oh, hey, Perry. How you doing? Anyway, I'll shut up and let
Hi, Mr. B.I.Z.
Roger, Roger. This is kilowatt number 5, Bravo India Zanzibar. And that is also my handle. My name is also Biz, and the QTH is in the colony. Located between Plano and Louisville. Must be Swan Night because I'm running a Swan as well. Swan 350 Bravo. It's the later version of Swan 350. Closer to a Swan Signet actually. And we've got it going into a Swan 1200Z Zebra amplifier. Taking about 300 watts into a ST2A tuner and then an inverted B antenna up about 30 feet. So that's the lineup. Just listening to all the boat anchor stations, loving it. The only project we got right now is I'm working on a old novice transmitter I'm building. It's a copy of the one I found in the handbook, 1969 handbook. Using a C64 oscillator and a 6DQ6 final amplifier tube, a sweet tube amplifier. Most people made those things during the 60s and 70s, and I wanted to build one, so that's pretty much what I'm doing. Gonna build one, put it up, so you know how it is, and try it for a while on 40 meters. So let's follow the project we got going. Back to net control, K5 Bravo India Zebra.
Hi, Biz. Yeah, those were fun little projects. I fixed a couple of them for some guys, and they worked pretty good. All right, I thought I heard Perry in there, UOZ.
Did you call me, KB Bill, UOZ?
Yeah, I did, Perry.
Doggone static there. Well, I give good evening to everybody here on the boat anchors. We're also on the Swan. Got the straight 500 Swan here running. So, and on Ryan Bergen's leg, you said this water line that you use for using. Anyway, that's about all we got. Good to hear all the radios and something. I missed the first one, and that's came in here, was ready to listen, and then got a phone call dealing with family, and things kind of took me away from the radio, but that's how it goes. Anyway, good all the way around. I'll shut up and listen up to the rest of that, KB. You always done.
All right, Perry. Yeah, it's getting a little noisier. We'll deal with it. Because I really can't turn it up anymore. All right, hey, Mr. Guy, you want to take a couple while I water the lawn for a minute?
I can handle it, dude. Just go right ahead. And the name is Guy, and the call sign is Whiskey 5 Charlie Mike Kilo, right outside of Kilgore, Texas. Running a Drake TR4C with a Henry 2KD5, and going through a Cubic ST2B antenna tuner up to a double bazooka at about 45 foot. We're coming down to the bottom of the hour, boys, so let's wander down here. If anybody'd like to check in, come on with your call sign suffix now, please. Well, one more time. Come on in with your call sign suffix if you would like to check in with the Boat Anchors Unlimited tonight.
Whiskey Victor 5 India.
Well, go right ahead, young man. Well, I'm hearing you just like you were standing there talking to me.
All right, well, you're sounding good, too. That Drake's doing a fine job for you. I believe I can hear everybody.
All righty. Anything in the works? Any new projects going on?
Oh, not a whole lot. We got through HamCom. It wasn't very busy last weekend, but it was a good HamFest for spectators.
Roger on the didn't spend any money, right?
Very little.
Well, that's sometimes the best way to do it.
And I don't think there were too many other people spending money either. It was a little bit of a disappointment for the vendors, I believe.
Well, times are tough, and, you know, there's lots of stuff going on in the summertime, vacations and whatnot, too.
There you go.
All right, anything else, Dwayne? All right, looking forward to seeing you in the fall down at Belton. Maybe we can visit a little bit. All right, anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now with your call sign suffix, please. Well, Lynn, I'm going to let you see if you can stir the pot a little bit one more time before we give Jim a chance to come in there and put a ribbon on it. K5LYN and the Boat Anchors, W5CMK.
All right, Guy, great show tonight. A lot of people for summer propagation. Anybody else want to talk to us about vintage radios here tonight? K5LYN, listening? Well, hearing nothing and being at the bottom of the hour, let's wind this thing down. This was a great show tonight. A lot of people. Matt, thank you for the mystery question there. That was I knew that was going to stump us because that would be a tricky one. I wasn't sure even how I would look it up even with the internet. Hard question. Thank you for the time and effort on that. Anybody want to talk to me about anything before I call it a night? K5LYN.
J5MS.
Okay, Jim. Once more, over to you.
That question is on Wikipedia. I just didn't want to cheat and say it. That's why I was spouting off about the indirectly mess. But anyway, now, Lynn, it is on Wikipedia.
It's on Wikipedia, but I have yet to find the name of the dude that did it.
Well, you know, I can think of many ways to ask the question. How many people would know what an indirectly heated cathode is? You know, you're really talking about a tube that has a cathode that's independent of the filament. And, you know, I can think of many ways to Google that, Jay.
Well, I mean, I found, since we quit, you know, it wasn't cheating anymore, I was trying to find it, and I found lots of names, all kinds of people.
Well,
that are responsible for various aspects of tube development and improvement over the years, but I have yet to find the individual that is labeled as being the inventor of the indirectly heated cathode.
I just put in indirectly heated tube by inventor.
Well, that's the nature of history, and there are debates about who invented the airplane also. So we can move on, I think. Great show tonight, gentlemen. I'm going to say my 73s and call it a night. Jim, over to you. KB5ZIV and the Boat Anchors. K5LYN, 73s.
All right, Lynn. Guy, you got any more words of wisdom?
I was just going to thank Matt for the mind-dazzling and memory-shaking question. It really piques interest. I enjoyed that, making people kind of think about that stuff, and it's gonna help us in the long run. And Matt, appreciate it. But 7-3s, buy high, sell low. Catch y'all later. This is W5CMK clear.
All right, brother. You be careful out there on the road. All right, folks. This is KB5ZIV. You are listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. Have we missed anyone this evening? Is there anyone else that would like to check in with us? All right, hearing none, guys, we appreciate everybody that took the time to come in here and check in with us tonight. Guy, Lynn, and myself, we all know what it takes to keep these things up and running, what it takes to get them on the air, and sometimes it's an easy process, and sometimes it's not, so that's the way it works. Anyway, we appreciate it, guys. Hopefully everybody has a great week, the rest of it, and hopefully we'll see everybody next Wednesday. Oh, we're sorry to hear about KZM. 73s all the way around. We'll return this frequency back to normal amateur use from KB5ZIV.